Hi guys, it's Titus, and on this video we're going to talk about Stamina Nightblade Solo build. Let's get started then. So first, go for attributes, full stam. We are a vampire stage 2 in this, so we can take advantage of the vampire passive. Strike from the shadows, so when you leave from sneak or invisibility, you get 300 weapon damage for 6 seconds. Motherstone warrior, you can use any other. If your lamp's a bit sustained, then you can go for the serpent, or you can go for the shadow, but I would say the warrior would be better overall with the extra healing. Food, I'll go for the gold food. You don't actually need this one, but it gives you that extra bit of resource. Skill wise, so front bar, this is your CC, breakthrough block, it's just overall really good. Leeching strikes, this is your flex spot, so if you prefer having sustain and just like to keep chasing and fighting, then I'll keep this one, and you can put any other skill on there if you want to. So your main spammable, surprise attack, you reduce their armor as well, which is really good. This is your execute, so always be ready to use this, and also when it's stacking up you also increase your damage and your healing, so it's really good in terms of how the set works. Rally, your buff, and also your burst heal, so as you activate it, so press and forget kind of heal afterwards. If you do need a big burst heal, then pop that on there. In cap, that gives you a resource and also your ulti, extra damage. Back bar, shadow image, so this is your kite around, so you can lead them away. Camo reveals stealth units and also gives you the buffs for the crit rating and also Mono Berserk. Lethal arrow, you will be using this compared to poison injection, and you'll know why in a second. This is one of your main damage moves. Invisible, shadow disguise, your go-to, kiting, and then resolve in vigor. And then you got Dawnbreaker for the passive, and also If there's a group with them together, then just pop this. So this build is for solo. So we go with the Veteran's Perfected Battle Axe. Now you can use the mace. I personally prefer the mace in PvP, but unfortunately after doing it multiple times it still hasn't dropped for me, so I've just gone with the axe. Nirnhand. With the enchant you actually don't use that, you just use the double dot poisons. Now how this works, people don't actually realize how good this is. So if I, this can only activate while you're in combat. So if I find a mob, a second, once rally is active, any abilities that cost stamina will stack this up. Every time it stacks up, you get weapon damage. So there you go. So if we look at our weapon damage here, 3.9k without anything else. Now we're in combat. Now if I use a stamina, 3.9.4, and again if there's a counter there, then another one, and another one, and another one. So as you can see, you get about 190 weapon damage just for general fighting while it's active. So it's really good for that. And then when you do the bursts, usually if you want to finish someone off, you're in there, invis, heavy attack, in cap, and light attack, and then the bow proc, and then that'll finish something off. And that's without using our bow. So we get roughly around 5k weapon damage with the other set we're going to use. So our second set is the bow, Veteran's Bow, and Nirnhand again, because you want to have the extra damage. Weaponing a glyph enchant. So once you stacked up, and then when you activate this, you get 4.6 weapon damage onto there. So how this works is the closer you are, the more damage you do. So how the combo works is you click on it, and then you hold heavy attack during the animation and let go. And so you get 2 ticks of damage. The perfected one, I do recommend you try and get those because of the extra stats, especially the weapon damage onto there. So as you can see there, 30% extra at 3 meters and 5% at 18 when you're that far away. So the second set we're going to use is Clever Alchemist. So you can see why this will go up to 5k weapon damage. So when you're in combat you get 650. So, and the good thing about this is that they both last 20 seconds. As you can see, for 20 seconds. So if I stack this up, $5.5k on the bow, and 5.4k. As we're not going to use a monster helm. I mean, you can do if you want, but I personally prefer stats. So you can use Balog if you want, if you got the Dawnbreaker part. But the thing is, it's not always active. So most of the time you can be using your in-cap ulti anyway. So you won't take advantage of Balog that much. Now the second, so we got Swarm Mother for the 2 stats, Stamina Magicka, same with Dumber House, Stamina Magicka, traits, 3 Impen, 4 Well Fitted. Just really helps with the roll dodge and preserve stamina. Next set is Trainee, 2-piece Trainee. Now some people would say, oh, why don't you get 3-piece Trainee? Well, you can either get 1400 Max Magicka, or you can get 1k of each Magicka and Stamina. Because you're going to be cloaking a lot, I prefer to have Magicka for cloak. Bloodthirsty with weapon damage. This will be your kind of execute damage there. And then you got Infuse. And then the last set is Ring of the Pale Order. Infuse weapon damage. So every damage that you do, you get health back. So if you're low, so you can pretty much stay offensive throughout the fight. So any dots you do will heal you. Any indirect damage will heal you. So this is really good for solo. With the changes to Cyrodiil, you basically need to be in the group to be healed. So you might as well have this one there. And it also saves you sustain, so you could go in offensive more. Champion points. And for the basic one, Ironclad into resistance. You can pause the video for this one. Break free, I would say use a lot of that there. I didn't put any in tenacity, but I put 75 on Mooncalf and Stamina and Arcanus for the recovery for both. This will be good for your ulti. Tumbling, you'll be roll dodging a lot. I haven't put any into block because blocking with the medium armor is just not really that good. So, and plus you got invisible, so this would just be wasted. So nothing into here. So Mighty, Piercing, you didn't really have a lot of damage over time, so that's wasted. You want to increase your crit damage and your direct damage. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like the video and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.